Tommy. We have John Smith here with us today.
Well, thanks for having me. I'm glad to be here.
Now, John, can you give us some general background on your life?
Of course. Let's start off where I was born, in Lincolnshire in 1570. You know what? Life sucks. I wake up at 5 in the morning to feed the freaking cows, then I plow my field, then I go straight to school. No electricity, no Game Boy. The only toy I have is this stupid horse and a hoop and a stick. A hoop and a stick. This sucks.
So you're 440 years old?
Yep.
How are you still alive?
Don't ask questions.
But I'm an interviewer. That's kind of my job.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot.
Okay. Alright, so let's get back to the interview. What kind of education did you have?
Well, after Cambridge, I became an Anglican priest in 1594.
Really? So you used to be a preacher? How did that start out?
I used to be, but then my views changed, and they frustrated me, so I left in 1606.
Didn't the Queen require everyone to attend church and to be an Anglican?
Yes, in fact. That's why in 1608, I took all my followers to Holland, specifically Amsterdam, because I was being persecuted in England.
So have you heard about John Smyth?
Who is John Smith?
Some Baptist guy. He's going against your church.
He's going against my church?
He is. It's pretty bad.
What? You must persecute him. Off with his head.
All right. Let's do this.
John, you have to believe in the Bible.
Really now?
I'm warning you.
Watch me. I'll start my own religion.
You have to. Otherwise, I will hunt you down and put your head on a pike.
I dare you.
Yes!
Whatever. Peace out.
Fine. Deuces. There he is! Off with his head! After the persecution, John decided to move from England to Holland.
Alright, so what did you do when you got to Holland?
Well, eventually I realized my views, and I decided to baptize myself as a Baptist.
Well, in order to start the Baptist Church, I, John Smith, must baptize myself.
So you baptized yourself?
Well, yes. You see, there was no church. In order for a church to get started, someone has to be baptized.
I see. So could you give us some differences between the Roman Catholic Church and the Baptist Church?
Yes, why sure thing. Well, first off, we do not baptize infants. They are not old enough to accept their faith. That's why we wait till they're a little bit older, till they realize that they're matured enough to accept their faith. The main reason why infants are baptized in the Roman Catholic Church is because of original sin. In the Baptist Church, we do not believe in original sin. So therefore, the infants do not need to be baptized.
Thank you. Okay, we will be right back after this short break.
Sony. My grandma won't stop watching Blu-ray movies on my PS3.
Look, for $299, you don't just get a sweet game machine. You get the best Blu-ray built in for free. You know how old people like free things.
But I want...
You know what she did for fun when she was your age? She pushed a hoop with a stick.
But...
With a stick. But a stick.
Welcome back, everyone. That was an interesting point you made there. Are there any other differences?
Well, besides baptism, we only receive Eucharist once a month instead of once a week. And we don't believe in First Communion. In fact, the only ordinances we have are
ordinances are sacraments, people.
Lord's Supper and baptism.
And that is the Eucharist. No, not again. Not again. No, I don't want to go to jail. No, not again. I'm lonely.
Anyway,
Who was that guy?
I don't know, he's unimportant. Let's get back to the interview. So, how did your faith gain support and grow into such large numbers?
Well, during the Stuart Revolution, Oliver Cromwell's armies began practicing the faith and spread throughout the army.
And what is your point of authority?
We do not believe anything higher than the local church. Therefore, we believe in a congregation and not authority of the Pope.
What are your views on Mary?
We view Mary as the Mother of God, the Virgin Mother, but we keep her role minimized because of her distancing herself in the Bible.
Okay. And then what about faith versus works?
Well, first of all, faith in salvation is through Jesus, no other human beings. It requires Jesus to be saved. Good works are required, and it's individually, so that means another person can have a different way of finding salvation compared to another person. And that's about it.
Well, thank you. It was nice having you here today.
You're welcome. This is my pleasure.
Now back to the newsroom.
Welcome back. We regret to inform you that the other anchor, Tommy Netquitz, has been taken away to an insane asylum by security. He was not acting according to proper standards, so filling in for him today will be Morgan Foster.
Breaking news! John Smyth died of a natural cause as he was walking out of the studio. We are sad.
It's very sad.
We miss him.
But that will be all for tonight. Next week we have The Decision. Good night.
See ya. Bye. Now I have a summary of the Baptist faith for you. A standard prayer service has no readings from the Bible. It's mostly preaching. They also sing hymns. They also celebrate the Eucharist once a month. Their view on the Eucharist is different from the view of the Eucharist from the Christian faith. It's called the Lord's Supper. They have Eucharist on the first Sunday. If you have not been baptized, you cannot celebrate Eucharist. That's why most children do not receive Eucharist. They also dress up for the first Sunday of the month. They do not believe that the bread and wine is actually Christ's body and blood. They also use bread and grape juice. They put grape juice in small cups so it's easy to distribute, and the bread is placed in prepackaged containers. Their view on authority is that the local church is the highest authority. They do not believe in the Pope. Their view on Mary is that Mary was the mother, but minimized her significance because of her desire to distance herself. Their view on salvation is that it begins with God, not human beings, and that salvation is individual. It's different for each individual also, and it requires good works. They celebrate the sacraments of baptism and the Eucharist. Baptism is called immersion because they dunk the entire body into water, usually a river. It's kind of a combination of First Communion and Confirmation. Cut.
Why is he Honey?
Don't ask questions. Just go.
Oh, God, it's fine.
You're not even supposed to talk.
We're recording.
No, I don't want to say anything.
That's the retard.
All I want is a place to call my own. wild guy.
I approve this message.